so I'm going to combine the next two. I'm going to call an audible and combine the next two into one topic. So the other two that people are afraid are going to go away forever are malls and hotels. Um, Malls were in trouble before the pandemic. Let's be honest. I mean, everyone's town has a mall that there's no stores in anymore. Essentially, I know mine does. But so and hotels are struggling right now for obvious reasons. There's really no business travel, but leisure travel is even just starting to come back. So if you had to pick one that will be the long-term winner out of the two, would you say malls or hotels? What kind of, assuming you find a great quality company, a well-run company, would you pick malls or hotels to invest in?
I'd go with malls. Just because I think hotels are going to really struggle for a long time. A lot of them, they've talked about how much liquidity they have, but that a lot of that's their borrowing capacity and their credit facility. So they're taking on debt to basically operate right now, and that's going to take a long time to go back. So like that's just going to take them, we're talking years before they'll have the cash flow that they used to pay the dividends that people were used to seeing. Malls, on their hand, they were already prepared for this kind of thing with the retail apocalypse. They've been, switching up their buildings, adding offices and hotels and things like that. And I just don't see, I see retail evolving more, buy online, pick up in stores becoming a huge thing. And I think a lot of the mall REITs are kind of picking up on that as, hey, we can, have dedicated curbside pickup places and really become that last mile distribution that a lot of the online retailers benefit from. So I'm more bullish on malls than I am on hotels.
I'm gonna go the opposite way. I think, yeah, I would go with hotels myself. I think some of the larger ones I'm a little more leery of, because I think there's just so much between, they're more exposure obviously, but from what I've seen looking at some of the hotel REITs through this is, the larger ones have had trouble implementing changes across the board easily. But malls, to me, everything I'm seeing, it's, a lot of best case scenario, and how are we going to mitigate the losses? And I don't see any really coming back. There's, how do we stop the bleeding? How do we make the best of what we have? Meanwhile, more and more large tenants are leaving. I think some mall properties I've seen evolve and done well, but to me, it's not something I would bet on. I'm gonna just sit on the sidelines, I guess, and see what happens with some of the mall REITs.
Fair enough. So I would have to say both if it was me, because I do own some shares of both type of REITs. But with both mall and hotels, I would have to say quality matters more than ever right now. You don't want to invest in a B-level hotel operator at the moment, even if you're bullish on the industry. And same with the mall operator.